Welcome back, Nerd Squad. For today's topic, let's dissect if this is the most honest superhero show ever made. Before we get started, just want to say thank you so much for all of the support shown on our last video. You guys have no idea how much it meant to us to see your kind words and support on there. So, again, thank you. But now let's get into the list. Number 1. Homelander is the most terrifying villain alive. Now, in comics and movies, we see villains all the time who want to destroy the world or take over countries or end entire civilizations. And while that's pretty bad, nothing is more terrifying than a villain who has already held all of that power and decided to use it for their own personal gain, which is why Homelander is the most terrifying Supes villain alive. To know that he could have destroyed the world but chose not to because he was selfish and power-hungry is horrifying. The fact that he abused his powers to get what he wants and needed, like when he forced Congress to pass laws that benefited him, or when he convinced the public that he saved the day when he didn't, makes him the most evil. Because at the end of the day, his powers could have been used for good, but instead, he chose to be worse than any other villain out there. And that's why Homelander is the most terrifying supervillain alive. Number 2. Butcher's morality is more gray than black. In most superhero shows or movies, you have the clear-cut heroes and villains. But when it comes to the characters on The Boys, things aren't always so black and white. Take, for example, Butcher. He's a character who clearly has morals. He does things out of love for his wife, out of loyalty for his friends, and even out of a sense of justice. But he also does a lot of messed up things, like he tortures people, he murders people without remorse, and he uses people for his own personal gain. But because he has morals, he has a code. He doesn't kill innocents, and he doesn't let others do it either. So while Butcher may be a bit unhinged, he's not a villain because at the end of the day, he has morals. He's just a man who's been pushed too far and will do whatever it takes to make sure he can protect himself and those he cares about. Number 3, the political parody hits a little too close to home. Now, The Boys is a show that's made to parody superheroes and the way that they are portrayed in media. But one thing that's really interesting about the show is that it also parodies politics as well. From the corrupt politicians who do anything for money to the spineless government officials who won't stand up for what's right, the show makes fun of every aspect of the political world. But what's even more interesting is that these parodies are actually pretty accurate. The show makes fun of politicians in a way that's spot on, which makes it all the more hilarious because it's clear that the writers did their research. They know what they're talking about, and they're not afraid to make fun of anyone, no matter how powerful they are. 4. Starlight's journey is the most underrated part of the show. When you think of The Boys, you probably think of the crazy action scenes, the over-the-top violence, and the insane plot twists. But one thing that's often overlooked is the character development of Starlight. She's a character who starts off as a wide-eyed innocent and quickly learns the dark truth about the superhero world. Throughout the show, she struggles to maintain her morals while also trying to make a difference in the world. And she does this through acts of kindness, through standing up for what she believes in, and through being a role model for young girls everywhere. Starlight is a true hero, and her journey is one that's worth watching. And number 5, the Vought Corporation is real, and we all know it. The Vought Corporation is a fictional company in the world of The Boys, a company that's responsible for creating and controlling all of the supes that exist. But the thing is, in our world, there is no Vought Corporation, or is there? When you look at the way that celebrities are treated in our world, the way that they're controlled and the way that they're used for profit, it's clear that the Vought Corporation isn't as different from our world as we think. The show makes this really clear with the way that they portray the supes, especially Homelander. He's a character who's used by the Vought Corporation for their own gain, for money, for power. And he's willing to do whatever they ask of him because he's selfish and power-hungry. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay nerdy. Bye!